Hi guys! Welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We're not live, but I like to think so. So I am going to do a video about my MIRENA COIL, my experiences, side effects, some pretty nasty, and why I got it and why I'm getting it out, because I'm in fact getting it out in 30 minutes, I think. Yeah, I should probably speed this up. So if you might have seen my video last year, actually around this time last year when I got my COIL put in. And I got it mainly because of, I still can't say this word, amenorrhea? Yeah, oh, I might have got it. Amenorrhea, so lack of periods from an eating disorder. I didn't have a period for about 5 or 6 years, and I went on the COIL, I went on the pill and I got really depressed. So my doctor said it would be good to get the hormonal COIL because it's more localized injection of progesterone. So yeah, that was suggested to me, and then at the same time I had a dermoid cyst on my right ovary, so they were going to do an operation to take that out. So then she inserted it when I was under, so I didn't feel anything. But yeah, that was suggested to me. So that's the story of why and how I got it. So it was a year ago, and so a lot of people talk about the insertion of your IUD, which is a small little, here's a picture of it, T-shaped kind of thing that sits right up by your uterus. And I was fortunately asleep when they put it in because I've heard it can be so painful. My friend actually got it about 2 weeks ago and then she was vomiting all day. And then I was watching loads of videos in America where people are given anaesthetic to get it in. But I'm assuming because it's the NHS, they can't spend that money for anaesthetic, even though my doctor actually said they don't like giving it without anaesthetic now because it's so painful. So I'm very glad I was asleep. But if I ever get another one, then I don't know, might have to go to America basically. Yeah. So there's two types. There's the hormonal one, which is the one I have, which is the MIRENA in this country. And then you can get the copper coil, which has no hormones. So if I was going to get another one, I would get that one. But anyway, I had it inserted, and then for the first few weeks I had, well, the first day I had horrible cramps. I've never given birth, but I can only imagine it to be contraction type pain. It was, spasms, like, I can't explain it. It was awful. But also I had just had an operation, so I couldn't really work out which pain was which, and I had loads of scarring and everything, so all combined it wasn't great. If I had it without an operation, it still would have been bad, but maybe not as bad. Yeah, that was that. And then after about a month, the pain settled down and it was okay for a few months. And then I started getting pain in my pelvic area. So that's my first side effect. Pain down there. And I went to a lot of doctors thinking it was gastrointestinal issues. And they're like, that's weird that your pain is there. That's not really where your GI issues would be. So I didn't even think it could have been from the COIL until recently. But I was having a lot of pain. And then I started getting spots, which my skin pre-COIL was pretty good. I never worried about it. I was really lucky. I counted myself really lucky. But then recently, I mean, I'm wearing a bit of makeup now, but you can kind of see I've been getting loads of spots here. I've been getting them like where my boobs are, which is just not nice, and my back, and I never ever had those issues. So that's the second side effect that I've had, which I really have not enjoyed, which is one of the reasons I'm getting out. And then third side effect I've had is really bad bloating, really bad, and weight gain. In the last 6 months I've gained 10 kilos, which is a hell of a lot. And as someone coming from a background of disordered eating and then suddenly gaining this weight and feeling like I have no control over it is really tricky, and my self-confidence is like I've been going to the gym so much, way more than usual. So yes, some of the weight might be muscle, but I've been going because I feel so bad about the weight that I've gained. So it's really just not healthy for me anymore. So that's why I want to get it out. So that's 3 or 4 symptoms. I'm trying to think. I've had a lot of, my glands have been really swollen, and actually some women with the coil have had that. And then night sweats, really hot, kind of like menopause kind of symptoms. And my boobs have grown so much and they're painful. And I guess it could be from not having my period for so long, and I'm finally getting hormones back in, and that's another reason I'm getting it out, because my hormones were rechecked and they are so much better, whereas before the coil I had literally 0 estrogen. So that's really good, but I'm really feeling it and it's just too much right now. So I want to take the coil out and see if my periods return naturally, because obviously I haven't had an actual period and I haven't had any bleeding, any spotting, nothing with the coil in, but I've been having symptoms of possibly a period. So I want to see if I can take it out and if I do get actual bleeding. So that'll be really interesting to see. And another symptom that has been bad is my mood swings. Oh, last weekend was just awful and I just need to get it out. So yeah, I'm going soon to get it out, and I will film in the car after and tell you guys how it was. I just hope it's really quick. I've heard it can be really quick and easy to get out, or it can be hard if the doctor can't find the strings at the end. So we'll see, but I'll catch you guys in a bit for that. Hey guys, so I just got my coil removed and it wasn't so bad. She just asked me loads of questions. I went to the sexual health clinic in Bromley and she asked me loads of questions about why I'm getting it out, and then she was like, "Are you sure you want to get it out? Because you'd have to go through the pain of putting it in." And I was like, "Yes, just take it out of me." And she was just talking to me, calming me down. She was so lovely. I felt really calm actually. I was nervous beforehand, but then she was talking to me about Myanmar and my life, so that was fine. And then she put the speculum in, which is like what you get when you have a smear test, and I'd already had a smear test before, so it wasn't bad. But the first time I remember having the speculum in and then opened, it was really painful, so just be prepared for that. But my advice is relax as much as possible, because the first time I had it I was tensing. Obviously you would if you're a bit nervous, but I've just learned to relax and it's so much easier. And then she was looking for my strings and she was like, "I can't see them." And I was like, "Oh no," because I read bad experiences of when they can't find your strings, but luckily she managed to find them. She's like, "Yep, they're actually a bit far up." And then she inserted a tool like clamping things, and then she went far in, and then I felt a twinge of like sharp pain. Yeah, really sharp. And then she was like, "Okay, I'm gonna pull," and then she pulled it, and then it just felt weird, like a really massive cramp, like on your period. And then she pulled it out, there was a bit of blood, and that probably hurt, she said, and it did hurt a little bit, but it wasn't too bad. And then straight after I had cramps there, like I remember my period being, and then I just got cleaned up, got changed, and that was it. And it was actually really quick. It took like 5 seconds, honestly. It was a bit painful, but it was no way near as bad as I thought. So if you do watch reviews, don't worry too much, it's really not that bad. But that's the removal. Obviously insertion, I was under general anaesthetic, so I don't know, but it wasn't bad. And now I'm feeling just a dull aching pain, like a period probably is. I haven't had a period for 5 or 6 years, like I said, so I don't really remember. And then I was just like, oh my god, if I'm gonna get a period now, I need some supplies. So mum's gone to the chemist anyway. She's gonna get some pads and tampons. But I am so happy it's out, and it really wasn't bad. And I will do an update in a few months probably as to how I'm feeling now the coil's removed, and if my symptoms have gone down and improved. So stay tuned for that. And yeah, if you guys are thinking about the coil, just shop around, look around, see what's best. What I do find fascinating though is I've been watching even more videos. I watched some videos this morning about the IUD in America again, and that they only offer it with anaesthetic, local or general. But then I don't know if I would want the local, because they put a massive needle in So, but yeah, it's just interesting how different countries do it. But thank you guys for watching, and I hope you found this informative. And I know it's a bit of a topic, vaginas and periods, but it's important because 50% of the world are women, and we all have vaginas and periods and need contraception and babies or whatever. So it's good to keep talking about topics like this. So thanks for watching. Bye.